Hi, my name is Kat, and today I'm paying homage to the one plant I can't kill, the cactus. I have always wanted a studio with some greenery, and not for the lack of trying, I just can't seem to get there, and that's okay. But today I'm going to make some fake cactuses to have that greenery, and I am starting off with some acrylic paint, and I'm painting a couple of sheets of clear craft plastic in assorted green colors. Now, while that acrylic paint is drying, I'm going to first draw out some succulents. I'm going to use these as a template to trace, and I'm just keeping the shapes really simple. My original plan was to just create the plant itself and then use some actual pots, but I thought I had some and I didn't, so I decided to just include them in the design. Now here I am just going through my designs, figuring out which one I'm going to start with, and as you can see, even though the acrylic paint is on the plastic, you can still see through it, and I just removed that back layer of the plastic, and now I'm going to just trace that design using a permanent marker, and then I'll cut them out with a pair of scissors. Now this plastic is very thick, but it still is easy enough to cut with a pair of scissors. Just be mindful of the sharp edges, but I am using a regular pair of scissors, but you'll notice in a minute that I'm going to pick up my fine detail scissors, which are much smaller, and I'm still, having no problem cutting through the plastic. Next, I'm adding some color, some acrylic color to the pots, and I'm using, again, an assortment of colors. I'm using, I think, raw and burnt sienna as well as burnt umber, and I end up adding a couple of layers of acrylic paint. I was trying to reach a desired opacity, and I also ended up adding some highlights. Next, I'm taking some black acrylic ink and a fine liner, and I'm going over those black lines again. I'm making them nice and bold, as well as the lines on the pot. Next, I'll use that ink to add some additional design, and once that ink dries, I go in with some glitter stickles as well as some dimensional dots, and it's just to add some additional dimension to each cactus. Next, I wanted to add some small flowers to the top of the plant, and I decided to use some crepe paper, and I'm just taking a little tiny piece of the crepe paper, I'm scrunching it up, and I'm adding the adhesive by using some artist tack. So I'm just placing it out on the artist tack sheet, pressing it down, making sure that I get those little adhesive dots, and then I peel them off and apply them to the plant. Now, because I'm not using actual pots here, I had to figure out how I was going to get these to stand upright. And so here I am painting some 1-inch wooden blocks. I'm painting them the same color as the pots that I painted. And then once they dry, I take a sheet of double tack dry adhesive film and I cut out these 1-inch squares. Now, this is a dry adhesive. It has a protective layer on both sides. So I just expose one side, attach it to the block, and then I expose the other side and attach it to the cactus. These were so much fun to make. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. And for more ideas on how to use clear craft plastic, make sure you visit grafixarts.com. Thanks for watching.